My son's lies ruined my marriage. I never thought my life would take such a drastic turn, never thought that a single accusation would shatter our world. My wife, the woman I thought I knew better than anyone, the woman I had built a life with, had accused me of cheating. The accusation was out of the blue, a bolt from the clear sky. I was dumbfounded, speechless, and utterly devastated. I tried to explain, to reason with her, to convince her of my innocence. But she wouldn't listen. She was convinced that I had betrayed her, that I had broken the sacred vows we had made to each other. Her words pierced my heart like 1,000 daggers, each one leaving a trail of pain and confusion. I didn't understand where this was coming from. We had been happily married for years, our relationship built on trust and mutual respect. There had been no signs of infidelity, no hints of discontent. So where did this accusation stem from? The truth, as it turned out, was far more twisted than I could have ever imagined. Our son, a teenager caught in the throes of adolescence, was the culprit behind this mess. He had lied to his mother, concocting a story about my infidelity to get out of a punishment for cheating on a test. His lie, a desperate attempt to avoid the consequences of his own actions, had unleashed a storm of chaos and destruction. It had poisoned my wife's mind, turning her against me, eroding the foundation of our relationship. When I finally confronted our son about his lie, he confessed, his voice trembling with fear and regret. He had realized the gravity of his actions, the irreparable damage he had caused. But it was too late. My wife, once a loving and compassionate woman, had become a shell of her former self. She was consumed by anger, bitterness, and distrust. She refused to believe my pleas of innocence, her mind clouded by the poison of her son's lie. Our home, once a haven of warmth and laughter, became a battleground of constant accusations and hurtful words. The love that had once bound us together was slowly fading, replaced by an icy void of resentment and despair. I tried everything to save our marriage, to salvage what was left of our relationship. I sought counseling, begged for forgiveness, and showered her with affection. But nothing seemed to work. My wife was trapped in a cycle of pain and anger, unable to break free from the web of deceit that had ensnared her. In the end, there was nothing left to do but accept the inevitable. Our marriage, once a symbol of love and commitment, had crumbled under the weight of lies and betrayal. We filed for divorce, a decision that left both of us feeling hollow and broken. I moved out of our shared home, leaving behind a life that had once been filled with joy and laughter. I felt like a stranger in my own life, adrift in a sea of uncertainty and regret. The pain of our separation was compounded by the guilt I felt over my son's actions. I blamed myself for not being more present, for not noticing the signs of his distress that led him to resort to such a drastic measure. I have tried to forgive my son, to understand the desperation that drove him to his actions. But the damage is done. Our relationship, once close and loving, is now strained and distant. The scars of this experience will forever remain etched in my heart. I have learned the hard way that lies, no matter how small, can have devastating consequences. They can tear families apart, destroy trust, and leave a trail of pain and regret in their wake.